Iruma's Adventures in the Netherworld by MU1622, found on Wattpad, fanfiction.net, and Archive of Our Own. Chapter 21, Interactions with the Misfits. Old author's note from the original posting. Extra chapter for you guys. I'll still release something else on Friday, so don't worry. This is going to be a weird chapter, just a heads up. It is a collection of individual scenes that don't have specific points in the plot where they take place, any time after meeting the Misfit class. I couldn't decide where to stick them in actual chapters without them feeling out of place. None of them are exactly plot relevant, so their point in time doesn't need to be specific. Think of this as one of those clip show episodes of a TV show that gives you a break from the main plot. I tend to come up with a lot of stupid little ideas on the fly that I don't end up using, but putting them together like this makes them shareable without having to shoehorn them into a real chapter. Still, I decided to post this as an extra again, even though I already uploaded one today. The Invisible Boy. Rimiru point of view. I decide it's about time that I talk to the mysterious student that sits in the back of the class and never talks, soy person. He seems to have some innate ability that hides his presence and makes him practically invisible to everyone. Everyone that isn't me, that is. Hey, my name's Rimiru. Yours is Soy, right? The boy gives no response to my greeting. I know most people can't see you when you do that, but you can't hide from me. Why do you hide anyway? Are you just shy? Still no response. I sense the boy is trying to hide himself from me even more. It's not gonna work. If you really want me to, I'll leave you alone. Just say the word, I say, trying to squeeze some kind of acknowledgement out of him. How are you able to still see me? The boy asks quietly, looking very anxious. I'm very perceptive. Plus, I can do the same thing too, I say as I turn myself invisible and then back. The boy's eyes bulge slightly before he goes back to a flat expression. Seriously, my family's supposed to be the best at the art of hiding, but you seem to be more skilled than me somehow. Well, I'm pretty good when it comes to using magic. Hey, Rimiru, why are you standing over there talking to yourself? Lead asks from across the room. I guess this is the end of our brief conversation. It was nice finally talking to you. You seemed so lonely. Yeah, it was nice actually talking to someone. When people talk to me, I get nervous and reflexively hide myself. Then they stop talking and walk away, which hurts my confidence even more. Let's talk again another time, Rimiru, Soy says with a shy smile. Sure, I would be happy to. I feel bad for this poor kid. He's really shy and doesn't have any friends. Nobody even acknowledges his existence. If talking to him every so often helps him, I don't mind doing it. The Thief's Attempt. Jazz point of view. I spot an expensive-looking ring on the hand of one of my classmates. My fingers tingle in anticipation for the snatching of my newfound target. My bloodline ability is called PIT, X-ray vision. It allows me to find what a person has that I can steal and the best and quickest way to steal it. It also slows time from my perspective to a certain degree so that I can make swift, calculated movements to accomplish my goal. The optimal path lights up in my vision as I activate my ability that has worked flawlessly every time. I swiftly and stealthily approach my target, who's casually chatting while sitting at their desk, completely unaware of my predatory approach. I reach for the hand of my victim, which is hanging loosely to her side, just begging to have the ring stolen off of it. Just as my snake-like fingers latch onto my target, the unthinkable happens. My wrist is grabbed by her other hand at a speed that I couldn't perceive, even with the time-slowing effect of the pit. Her grip on me is incredibly strong, much stronger than you would think possible for looking at her slender hands. My classmate turns her head and glares at me menacingly from over her shoulder. What the hell do you think you're doing? She asks in a tone colder than ice, still painfully gripping my arm like a vice. There's a darkness behind her gold eyes that's seemingly bottomless. Feeling fear more intense than I've ever experienced before, I realize that I've made a mistake. I should never have tried to steal from Rimiru Tempest. I'm sorry, I sputter, unable to get any words out. Sorry for what? Spit it out and tell the rest of the class what you just tried to do, she taunts, now grinning at me ominously. I tried to steal your ring, I quietly admit to the girl. Say it so everyone can hear, she insists, tightening her grasp on my wrist that she's holding hostage. I feel like if I don't do something, it's gonna snap. I tried to steal your ring, and you caught me in the act. I'm sorry. I apologize, loud enough for everyone in the room to hear me quickly. Good. I'll let you off with a warning this time. If you try that with me again, let's just say you'll regret it. Got it? Rimiru warns. I nod my head vigorously, and she finally releases the painful grip on my wrist. Rimiru goes back to her conversation, acting as if she didn't just intimidate me in front of the class, leaving everyone on edge. I rub the red ring left behind by her squeezing, trying to get the pain to subside. I overhear her talking to her twin. Wasn't that a bit much, Rimiru? Iruma asks quietly, sounding slightly upset for my sake. Nah, he needs to understand he can't pull that kind of crap with me. I don't want him trying again. It's annoying to have your conversation interrupted by stuff like that. If someone tried to steal back where I came from, the punishment would be a lot more severe, she explains casually. I guess you have a point, Iruma says defeatedly. Back where she comes from? What does that mean? She got you good, didn't she? Lead says in a teasing tone, nervously laughing away the tension in the room. He pats me reassuringly on the shoulder. I've never seen you get caught like that before. What happened? He asks. I don't know. I didn't screw up in the act or make any mistakes. She just somehow knew what I was doing, even with my bloodline ability in effect. It should have worked perfectly, but she saw through it. Have you ever failed something like that before? No, not like that. I guess we can't underestimate that girl. Yeah, she's too damn observant. I'm never gonna try and steal from her again. Her brother's off limits too. I'm sure it'll piss her off if I tried that with him. Author's note. The ring referred to in this segment is Rimiru's Demon Lord ring, if you haven't figured that out already. The Shy Student's Secret. Carolee point of view. Just another day of trying to blend in with the crowd. I can't stand out or my secret identity will be revealed, and that would ruin my normal life. I'm sitting quietly in the back of the class with a girl named Rimiru next to me. She's a strange girl, fitting with the theme of the class. I can't get a good read on what type of person she is. She acts friendly most of the time, but she also can be extremely scary. She also grabs a lot of attention, just like her brother. They're constantly the talk of the school, doing crazy things that outshine my accomplishments as a Demdoll. She's also extremely pretty and cute. It's so frustrating. I can't help but be jealous of her in multiple ways. After spending the rest of class quietly taking notes next to my source of envy, the last two left in the room are me and Rimiru. As I'm gathering my belongings, I'm interrupted by her first. Hey, by the way, I know your secret, she says offhandedly. I freeze, dropping the books that were in my arms back onto the table. I scramble to pick them up as I attempt to maintain my composure. What did she just say? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, I say, praying that I just heard her wrong. I know your secret. What secret? I don't have a secret, I insist frantically. Yes, you do. You can't hide it from me, she says, grinning at me. My heart feels like it's going to explode from how fast and hard it's beating. She can't know. How could she? There's no way. I start to panic at the thought of my double life being unearthed by her. Your glasses. You don't need them to see, right? They're detection warding glasses. That's your secret. You must not want to be noticed by the others, being as shy as you are, she says with a knowing grin, clearly amused by the look on my face. Oh, yes, you're right. They are detection warding glasses. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone or pry for your reason for wearing them. I just thought I'd let you know that I'd realized, she says as she pats me on the shoulder before leaving. Now alone in the classroom, I breathe a sigh of relief, but I still feel a pit in my stomach. Was that really the secret she knows? Or does she actually know I'm Kurumu, Carolee's Demdall stage name? I push aside that concerning thought and make my way to the next class, vowing to be even more careful about concealing my second identity from the world. A hairy situation. Lead point of view. With his normal target, Elisabetta, absent for the day, Kamui has picked someone else, Rimiru. He's staring at her intensely, much to her discomfort. Doesn't he remember what happened when Jazz messed with her? What the hell is he thinking? Based on the progressively darker look she keeps giving him, I can tell she's losing her patience. Things are gonna get messy if he keeps this up. Hey man, cut it out! She's getting pissed! I whisper to him after nudging him with my elbow. Unfortunately, my warning falls on deaf ears, since he doesn't even acknowledge me talking to him. Kamui continues to sit there daydreaming about the girl, lost in his fantastical thoughts. I internally facepalm at the idiot before going back to my handheld video game. At the end of class, I notice Kamui get out of his seat. Instead of making his way to the door, he makes a beeline for his prey. I put down my game, knowing things are about to get interesting. Hey, check this out! I whisper to Jazz, pointing at the little pervy owl boy waddling his way towards Rimiru. Oh shit! What's that dumbass doing? Something moronic, obviously. This guy only thinks with his second head, so what did you expect? Let's hang around to watch the show that's about to happen. Jazz smiles, ready to enjoy watching Rimiru get angry, this time from a spectator's perspective. Hey! Kamui calls out to her, stuttering with excitement. She ignores him completely, acting like he doesn't exist. A sour expression is on her face as she gathers her things quickly so she can escape from his advances. Rimiru! He calls out to Rimiru again. In response, she glares at him angrily with eyes full of fire. What do you want? She asks, already pissed with him. Can I touch your hair? Please? It looks so silky and beautiful. He creepily compliments her hair. The look she gave him was one of pure revulsion, but after a moment it twists into a sinister smile. Her brother is standing nearby, with a helpless look of desperation on his face. Rimiru, don't do anything. He tries to stop her. Sure, but don't complain about what happens if you do, she says in a sarcastically cheerful tone, interrupting Iruma. It's okay, I got this, she unsuccessfully reassures her brother, winking at him. He doesn't look thrilled about the situation unfolding in front of him. Yep, this is a trap. I watch Kamui reach out and gently grab the end of Rimiru's ponytail. Suddenly, the hair appears to come alive, wrapping around Kamui's arm like a snake. What the? Jazz exclaims. Rimiru's grin widens as the hair continues to wrap around the small pervert. He's squealing in horror as the hair then lifts him off the ground before chucking him across the room. Rimiru, what was that? Iruma asks her in shock. Just a little technique that was inspired by a weird dream I had a long time ago, she says with a satisfied smile on her face and her hands planted on her hips. That was amazing! Being embraced by the angelic strands of a beautiful girl! So worth it, Kamui says, moaning with pleasure on the floor. His reaction to her punishment immediately wipes the smile off of Rimiru's face. After being disgusted by the boy's reaction, she quickly makes her escape with a concerned-looking Iruma, not wanting to deal with Kamui anymore. That was some of the weirdest shit I've ever seen. How about you, Jazz? I ask my friend. Yep, you've summed it up perfectly, he responds. We also leave the classroom, not caring much about Kamui, who's still sprawled out on the floor. I can tell he'll be fine, so we don't need to stick around. And that concludes Chapter 21 of Rimiru and Iruma's Adventures in the Netherworld. I know that this chapter is a little short, and, I'm a little bit sorry about that this week I'll have a short chapter. But, like I stated in the last chapter, I'm using the extra time to work on my Gotcha Reaction series that I haven't put any episodes out for in a really long time. And I'm not positive, but by the time this episode comes out, I might already have the next episode of the reaction series out for you all. With that said, you all have a wonderful week, my lovelies, and I will see you again next Saturday. Bye-bye.